To configure your store settings, head to Setup, Store Configuration, and Store Settings. Under here, we're going to review what features we can set up. So first of all is a currency, which will be determined already by the setup of the business from the get-go based on the location of the business. Coming down under location, we can enable staff members must select a location at checkout if it's a multi-location setup. Clients must select a location at checkout, so that'll be for online, either through the Achieve or the client web app. Do we want the clients to choose which location they are making purchases out of? And then last but not least, display all purchase options regardless of selected location. Okay, so we have three options here. Coming down, this is where we can set up our tax. I have my HST at 13% available on all locations. If maybe the client has, if the customer has different locations in different parts of different cities or countries or whatnot, they have different taxes, we can definitely add additional taxes and assign it per location. Coming down, apply taxes to. We have products, purchase options, and services. So whether taxes actually apply to these items or not. If they do, turn it on. If not, toggle it off. Payment methods, these are the default ones in the system. So all these blue ones, these are in the system already. There, you'll notice that there are two ACH. The ACH that is in bracket AUS, this one is only applicable just for Australian clients. Any other, Australian customers, not clients. So if there's any other customers who have ACH integrated with Wellness Survey, make sure you're turning one that just says ACH, not ACH Australia. Okay. You will notice that there's virtual terminal versus card swiper. Virtual terminal is for the staff to be able to manually type in a credit card number and the expiration date and so on and so forth. The card swiper, on the other hand, will allow the staff members to actually swipe the credit card if the credit card is present at the facility. This will only work if our customers purchase a compatible card swiper from us. Down here, you will notice there's an e-transfer. It is green once it's enabled. If it's green, that means that's something that I've added manually. So I've added a payment method here called e-transfer just so that I can track it if somebody does give me e-transfer and it's not something that's defaulted in the system. To add a new payment method, just go add payment method. You would name it. Let's say maybe somebody uses PayPal as well. Obviously, PayPal is not integrated with Wellness Living, so we want to track it. We can call it PayPal. The treat payment as will depend on how you want to track it in the system and what fields you want with it. For my case, I just really need to know that it's through PayPal, and maybe if there's a transaction number, I can maybe jot it down. The best option for that would be to act as a pin pad. So in that case, it's going to give me a transaction number field as an optional field and also a comments field at the time of checkout. Okay, so we can also add that. Whether you want the clients to use this payment method in the online store, for PayPal, probably not, again, because it's not integrated, you're not actually going to be receiving any sort of money from that. So we're going to leave that off and add it. And then once that's added, right, PayPal, I can save this and move on. Underneath, what are the accepted credit cards, right? Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. If any of them are not accepted at the business, just make sure you toggle it off or have the customer toggle it off themselves. Coming down for tips. Will the business accept gratuity at the time of checkout? If this is toggled on, when we actually check out a client in the cart, there will be a little field that'll say gratuity or tip for you to actually add a tip in there. Underneath, set up predefined gratuity. The predefined gratuity will only show up on the Elevate Staff app. So let's say a client is about to check out and the staff member goes, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and turn my device over so they can tell me what's the gratuity or tips they want to give to us. Instead of you having to awkwardly maybe ask them, you can just turn the device over. You already have predefined gratuity set up. The client can then just press whichever one they want and proceed with the checkout. And then last but not least, we have a display no tip option as well, just to give them additional setting if they wish to not provide a tip. Staff commission. Do we want staff commission to be applied at checkout? So only turn this on if the staff member profiles have a commission rate set up for online store sales. So this will be relevant to maybe selling a membership or maybe selling a product and maybe they get a 5% commission off of each of those sales. You want to leave this on so that you can actually select that at the time of checkout. Auto payment rule. A client's positive account balance is used for scheduled auto payments prior to charging a stored credit card or ACH. So what this means is, let's say a client has a $15 credit from for whatever reason, maybe it's something that they earned or whatnot, and they have $15 credit on their account balance, and they have a membership that's upcoming for a scheduled auto payment. Do we want Wellness Living to subtract the $15 from the account balance first to apply towards the membership auto payment and then charge the remaining amount on a stored credit card or ACH account? Or do we want Wellness Living to ignore the positive account balance and just charge the whole amount to the stored credit card and ACH method? So we have the option there. And then secondly, combine payments for clients that pay on behalf of other clients in a single payment. So that's if a relationship was set up for maybe one person to pay for another person moving forward. Do we want to combine those payments if they're coming out on the same day? And this only applies if the payments are coming out on the same day. If they're coming out on separate days, it will still be separate transactions. Next, save banking and credit card information. Do we want the system by default? Client's banking and credit card information will be saved when a staff member makes a sale to the client. So turn it on or off. And then lastly, receipt text. Thanks for visiting Carrie's Test Studios. What I have right now, this can be customized by our customer at any time. And that's your store settings. Once you're done, make sure to click save.